As we get ready for the 7th and final game of the Stanley Cup Finals, you can feel the electricity in the air, and there's no question, it just sends a chill up your spine, Paul.
That's a fact, Mike. And to make things even more exciting, the Vice President of the United States is here this evening.
Don't leave your seats.
Doesn't look too good.
911 Emergency Services.
I'm calling you from the Civic Arena. The Vice President is being held hostage in the owner's box. And they've got my daughter, too.
What is your objective?
$1,700,000,000.
We're still evaluating the situation.
They want money, a lot of it. Give it to them.
Do not try any kind of rescue. Do you understand me?
If you're not gonna pay, say so. I'll get my daughter.
When the game ends, everyone in this box and in this arena will die by explosion, fire, and panic.
Tonight, 17,000 hockey fans have been taken hostage.
Enough bombs have been planted in this building to stop all the clocks in the hemisphere.
But only one of them knows it.
I'm gonna try to stop you.
I know where the bombs are, so I know where you're going.
Then come and get me.
We are going to do this by the numbers.
What number was that?
Now he has more to lose than anyone.
I said, no vehicles on the grounds, no helicopters in the air. What part of that did you not understand?
Jean-Claude Van Damme. Powers Booth. Sudden death.
Hi, welcome to BNS About Movies. Tonight, we're going to review The Gone with the Wind of Pittsburgh.
No, it's not Striking Distance.
We're going to review one.
No, Striking Distance is Citizen Kane of Pittsburgh.
We're watching Sudden Death. What can I tell you about Sudden Death? Well, it's from 1995.
Makes me feel old.
In this movie, ex-fireman Darren McCord has a new job working
His name's really Darren.
working security at the Pittsburgh Civic Arena. Hoping to impress his kids, he scored tickets to the Stanley Cup Finals, unaware the place has been taken over by a group of terrorists. Ex-CIA agent Joshua Foss is holding the vice president hostage in a press box and plans to blow up the building if he doesn't pay the ransom.
Who are they playing in the season finale?
I don't know.
Of the Stanley Cup.
When Darren learns of his scheme, he jumps into the action to save the day.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. This movie stars Jean-Claude Van Damme, Powers Booth, Raymond J. Barry plays the vice president. He was in Kate McNeil's in this.
Yeah.
Raymond J. Barry was in Training Days.
Yeah.
Born on the 4th of July.
Yes.
Yes. Kate McNeil plays Kathy with an I.
Kathy!
She's in Monkey Shines. And the house on Sorority Row, she's from Philadelphia. Which, to the people not around here listening to this, is nowhere near Pittsburgh, thank you very much.
Isn't it like 5 hours away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Are you excited for vacation?
Yes, very exciting.
That's only a week away or so. Yeah, tomorrow it'll be a week away.
Yeah, that is. Jaromir Jagr was unhappy that the player wearing his number was on the ice for 3 of the opposing team's goals. That he looked like he was a bad player.
So none of the real players played,
No.
I'm guessing.
The original script called for the Penguins to play the LA Kings. According to the writer, he had originally intended this movie to be a parody. The only scene that remains in the movie is when Van Damme fights Iceberg the Penguin.
Oh.
Several members of the Pens make appearances in the movie.
From back then.
Luke Robitaille scores a game-tying goal. Marcus Naslund, formerly an unknown at the time, but later a superstar with the Canucks, appears.
Are any of them washed-up players now that just hang out? Because do you think that they go to bars to meet women and they say, I was in sudden death?
Yes.
1995 sudden death.
The Chicago Blackhawks were played by the Cleveland Lumberjacks, the IHL affiliate at the time. The announcer used in the movie? The real announcer of the Pittsburgh Penguins, Mike Lang, uses some of his trademark sayings, such as "scratch my back with a hacksaw" and call Arnold Slick in Turtle.
He's a personal friend of my baby.
He's on. Someone said, "Who's the most famous person you have in your phone that would answer your text?" And I said, Mike Lang would. And people said, that's amazing.
I don't care about that, but it looks amazing for my baby.
Guerin's got the puck to Crosby. Rich shot. He shoots and scores. Oh, get in the fast lane, Grandma. The bingo game is ready to roll.
That'd be like, well, not Madonna, but, you know.
If you were a Pittsburgh sports fan.
That would be like, Pink was in my phone.
Paul Steigerwald is also in the movie.
Yeah.
If you look carefully throughout the movie, there was not enough money to pay extras. So several of the crowd members are cardboard cutouts.
Really?
Yes. The film was shot during the NHL lockout. That's what it says. The film was shot during the NHL lockout of the 94-95 season. Before Jean-Claude Van Damme got the part, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, and Bruce Willis were continued for this role. Schwarzenegger turned down the role because he had already filmed True Lies and Junior back-to-back. Stallone didn't like the script, and Willis turned the part down because he was working on Die Hard with a Vengeance.
And he was striking distance already.
Body count in this movie?
15.
36 people. The Pens and the Blackhawks did meet in '92. One of the worst times of my young life as a Blackhawks fan, because the Pens swept them 4 straight games to win their second championship.
Yeah.
The goalie equipment in here is Tom Barrasso's goalie equipment, but his name is not on it. James Woods was originally going to play Foss, but didn't like the direction. At no point is the character name of Powers Booth mentioned. The full name of Jean-Claude Van Damme's character is Darren Francis Thomas McCord. Yes. After the film did poorly at the box office, Whitney Wright did not do any acting for 11 years until Sisters came out. Ooh. The film, set in a hockey stadium, was written by Gene Quintana, but based on a story by Karen Elise Baldwin, the wife of former Pittsburgh Penguins owner Howard Baldwin, who produced the movie. So that's why it was done here. This film is set in Pittsburgh, PA, and Middletown, New York. It was shot in 98 days, from August 29th to December 7th. No more Pittsburgh Civic Arena, not even, what do you call it? Console Energy Center. Now it's a PPG Paint Center, or Pittsburgh Paints, PPG Paints Arena. This film is a huge success in Australia, Germany, and the United Kingdom. This movie does not have good reviews at all, but is considered one of Van Damme's bests.
That's saying something.
Yeah.
About his work.
Yep. Mike Lang himself is in this movie. Ian Moran, a Cleveland Lumberjack player, played Chris Chelios, the center for the Blackhawks in this movie. Obviously, they couldn't even get Chelios to play himself. The parts were filmed in the Veterans Hospital where Jeff's wife works in Aspinwall.
Really?
Yep.
Does she know that?
I know, I'm going to have to tell her.
Yeah.
Some consider Sudden Death one of Van Damme's best movies alongside Hard Target and Time Cop. Roger Ebert said, "Sudden Death isn't about common sense. It's about the manipulation of action and special effects sequence to create a thrilling effect. And at that, it's pretty good." There's a novelization of this movie that came out.
Oh, yeah?
And there's an audiobook of the novelization read by Powers Booth, which I think I need to find for this podcast.
Yeah.
What can you tell? How many times have you seen this movie?
Probably 20.
Probably 20? Yeah. Do you think it'll have the Penguin song? And that's what they play when they used to skate out on the ice. When I was a kid, the Penguins were horrible until they got Mario Lemieux. And then it was like, we had the greatest player that's ever played hockey, not named Bobby Orr or Wayne Gretzky, to come to Pittsburgh. Young French-Canadian superstar that he is. He came, and then we had Jaromir Jagr.
Yeah.
And then now we have Sidney Crosby. Pittsburgh's been a very lucky hockey town. Yeah. They sell out every game. I should really call Mike Lang up and ask him if he'll do. That would be what a get for this podcast.
Well, you should do that.
I should email him and say.
Just ask him. Do you think he thinks you're weird?
Say, hey, Mike, I worked with you once about a year ago.
So
Do you have any memories of shooting sudden death?
So he wouldn't answer your text. That's what you're saying.
He would answer an email.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not going to reveal his email, but he has an amazing email address. And I will say, if you're a hockey fan, you know who Mike Lang is. When he emails you, he will give you a Langism. He will give you one of his trademark sayings.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said to me, he's like, I hope you have a great Christmas, and I hope your dog does too. You want to hear some Mike Langisms? I'll give you a couple. Mike Lang. While I'm recording this, my wife is redecorating her house. Here, Mike Langisms. He is the voice of the Penguins. Buy Sam a drink and get his dog one too. Call Arnold Slick from Turtle Creek. Get in the fast lane, Grandma. This bingo game's ready to roll.
Yeah.
How much fried chicken can you eat? She wants to sell me a monkey. Sell my monkey.
Why would you want to sell your monkey?
He's handing out checks like it's the first of the month.
Yeah.
This is my childhood. This and Myron Cope screaming things. Oi and double oi. Do you know Myron Cope?
No.
He was the
Yoy and double yoy.
football announcer for the Steelers. And he would just yell stuff. Like, he wouldn't even talk during the game. They'd be talking about the play in the field, and he'd be like, just like start screaming. He invented the terrible towel.
Did he?
Yeah, his son was mentally handicapped. And he created it for him to wave at the games. And then all the money, still today, most of the money from terrible towels goes to charity. That has nothing to do with striking distance or Van Damme.
Yes, it does.
You know what Jean-Claude Van Damme tried out for the president of Cannon? He brought him 2 bowls of turtle soup and then threw a kick over his head.
You told me that.
Yeah. He also appears in Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo, dancing in the scene. Have you ever seen it? He has a singlet on. He's going like this.
Yeah, you showed it to me.
It's amazing.
A few times.
I might have looked at it a whole bunch of times.
Oh, baby.
I might love Jean-Claude Van Damme. He's kind of like
I
the...
love Jean-Claude Van Damme.
It's Jean-Claude Van Damme's kind of like the poor man's Arnold, who some would argue is a poor man's Schwarzenegger, but no. Were I to rank the action heroes, here's how I would rank them: Arnold number 1, Bruce Willis number 2, Sylvester Stallone number 3. No, Van Damme number 3, Sylvester Stallone number 4. Number 5. Who would be number 5? Dolph Lundgren. He was in Red Scorpion. Special effects for Red Scorpion by Tom Savini. There's one awesome effect where he rips a guy's arm off. It's the only good effect in the movie. Right? They hired Tom Savini for one scene. Anyways, I'm fixing to watch some Sudden Impact.
Sudden death.
I'm watching Sudden Impact too. I'm watching Deep Death, Sudden Impact, Sudden Death.
All of the above.
I'm just, hey, honey, fix me a plate of gravy. I'm going to watch me the Sudden Impact.
Sudden Impact.
I'm going to fix him to watch me the Sudden Impact. Well, enough of my craziness. After this, we'll watch The Quest. Sudden Death. Oh, man. Sudden, look at the special screen for it. Oh, it's rated R for a substantial amount of strong violence and for language.
Maybe you can't watch it.
Angela, leave. Oh, what's going on? What's happening, Angelo? It's time for Sudden Impact. The movie begins now.
Refresh yourself. It's intermission time. The concession stand is open and ready to serve you.
Class, come to order. Pay attention just once. We have a lesson to teach to the dunce. Is the candy good conviction?
Yeah, the tasty is perfection.
Yes, have we got a good selection?
We invite your close inspection.
Is the ice cream not delicious? Healthful, tasty, unnutritious. Is the popcorn crisp and healthful?
Yeah, and it is sure a mouthful.
Is the soda cold and fizzy?
Vitamins keep the bubbles busy.
That's good. The lesson is learned. The trip to the sweet spot you have earned. Now is time for intermission. Treat yourself to some nutrition.
The same kid from Bye Bye Love that we just watched plays the divorced son of Jean-Claude Van Damme, and Van Damme is arguing for when he can pick up the kid. This movie is Bye Bye Love too.
Do you think he has a complex about divorce now?
That kid has been divorced? I wonder if he comes from divorced parents.
I wonder if he's divorced himself now.
I think I got to find out a little bit about him. Let's find out.
He's probably like 55 now.
Ugh. This movie makes me so sad because the Civic Arena is all over it. If they go downtown and there's a National Record Mart, I might cry my eyes out. Right now, they're up in the South Side slopes. They're up in the slopes and that. They're up I'm coming to. They're the first guy they come to at the Civic Arena in this, and they're talking about the vice president of all people being it. This movie doesn't even rate the fucking president. That's because National League NHL hockey is pretty much like a college or high school sport that somehow got on TV. But whatever.
And we'll have everybody check in through one gate like this is a real pain in the butt.
Only one night.
Yeah, but it's the last game in the Stanley Cup, and having a vice president here turns a headache into a concussion. I didn't even vote for this guy.
What's this kid's name? Ross Mallinger. Yep. Let's take a look and see what this kid's known for. Sleepless in Seattle, a movie about a single dad. Kindergarten Cop. Recess. He's TJ on Recess. Sudden Death. He was also in Beverly Hills 90210. He was on one episode of Roseanne. He was in Bye Bye Love before this, and then Sudden Death. Homeward Bound 2, Lost in San...
What year was, whatchamacallit?
95. They're both 95. And he's in Homeward...
Sleepless in Seattle?
Sleepless in Seattle is 93. Yeah, he's also in Homeward Bound 2, Lost in San Francisco. He plays Spike. Aww. Then he was on The Simple Life. He was a voice in Recess. He was on Party of Five. And around 2006, he stops being in things. He is the same age as you.
Is he?
Yep. Do you know what he does for a living?
What?
He runs Automotive Legends in Malibu. He creates reproductions of classic Porsches on Volkswagen chassis. He's the brother of Tyler Cole Mallinger, who was in Very Bad Things, and Somebody Is Watching. And he is also the brother of Ashley Mallinger, who was in The Tony Danza Show. And she's in the movie Napoleon, about the dog that flies in a Goodyear blimp. So, he was in, really, how did you not have a crush on this kid?
I don't know.
Because you only had crushes on old crusty men.
Yep.
You're like Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Did you have a crush on Jean-Claude Van Damme? Not old enough, right?
No.
What about Dorian Harewood? You mentioned the black guy in this?
Yeah.
You mentioned he was in many movies.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what other movies he was in. Would you like to know before we recontinue?
Yeah.
I just had to take a break because I just wanted to talk about they're in the Southside Slopes, and I'm like, it'd be funny if the divorced kid in this movie was the same kid from the last two divorce movies we watched. Lo and behold, Ross Mallinger comes out and I'm like, hi, I play the divorced kid. I'm in every movie. Oh, Dorian Harewood was in Gothica.
He was?
Yeah, he's Teddy Howard in Gothica.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. He's also the voice of Martian Manhunter on the Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's done a ton of voices on TV. He's the voice of the Shadow King in X-Men. How about that? Michael Gaston plays Hickey. He's on The Leftovers now.
What?
He's on The Leftovers, and he was on Mad Men, too. Audra Lindley's Mrs. Ferrara. She was Mrs. Roper from Three's Company. And she's in the movie Desert Hearts. Mrs. Roper was one of the few characters on TV that knew that the camera was watching her. She would often mug right at the camera. Yeah, so finally, Brian DeLate. He's known for The Comeback. He's from Bucks County, PA. Yep. Who's he playing in this movie? He plays Blair, whoever that is.
Who?
Blair. Mm-hmm. Yep. You know what the tagline for this movie was? Terror goes into overtime. This movie, any other place in the country, they'd be like, oh, they're going to blow up the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh? Oh, all right. In Pittsburgh, like, you don't blow up the arena? Do you think people think Van Damme's an honorary Pittsburgher? Because look at him here. He does not look like a Pittsburgher. One, his shirt's tucked into his pants.
Too attractive.
He's too attractive. He has all his hair. He's wearing sunglasses. He's too well kept. He actually picked out his clothes properly. He has his shirt tucked into his pants, and he doesn't have his belly hanging over it. He's wearing a belt. He's wearing a belt. He didn't tuck his pants into his boots.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a mullet. Unbelievable, because Van Damme had a king-size mullet in Hard Target, directed by John Woo.
Scene doesn't call for that in this movie.
I don't know. All right, well, we'll get back to this movie.
He's the champ. He's the greatest. Because when it comes to winning blue ribbons, Dad can sure show us all how. But chances are he's always too busy making life easier for others to have time to collect them. So let's all toast the great family hero with a rousing, heartfelt cheer that's well earned. Happy Father's Day, Dad.
If you've never seen this movie, you should run to your video store. Or you should run to your streaming device. And you should stream it. I would like to discuss my favorite points of this movie.
No.
The iceberg fight.
Yeah.
When a woman is put into a dishwasher. Amazing.
Yeah.
A super soaker and a flame turn into the best napalm you've ever seen. Burns the dude's eye, and then the dude comes up looking like a zombie and fights him.
Looks like a mummy.
Van Damme improvised numerous weapons.
He made an air gun.
He made an air gun.
Like a blowgun.
Like a blowgun. Just out of stuff. He made a grenade out of coffee creamer. Yeah. Then he threw the grenade where he knew his daughter was.
Mm-hmm.
His kid was the best illustration of stranger danger ever.
Yeah.
Because the guy's like, hey, I know you're dead. And he said it's okay to come with me. I was taught from a young age, if anyone says they know my parents,
yeah,
you say, oh yes?
There's a code word.
What's my favorite band?
Forget that word.
See, you can't kidnap me then.
I already did.
ZZ Top was the answer.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes.
And.
But this movie was great. There's fighting the entire movie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gore.
Yeah.
More gore than you'd imagine. Powers Booth is the biggest asshole ever in this movie.
Yeah.
He is like the greatest bad guy ever. He just makes fun of everybody. He just randomly shoots people. He tells a little girl, Van Damme's daughter, goes, I'm going to kill your dad. And I'm going to kill you too. Are you afraid of me?
I'm not afraid of you.
Oh, sure you are. I'm the scariest person you've ever seen.
You're the meanest.
Am I now? How do you suppose I got that way?
Maybe when you were born you had something wrong with your brain.
Don't you know any little boys like me?
If there were any at my school, they'd get expelled.
Oh, I can assure you there are one or two. I'm going to kill your daddy. What do you think about that?
He promised he'd take me home. He always does what he says.
So do I.
She's like, no, my daddy will beat you. She goes, no, he's not going to. I'm going to kill you and watch you die.
He was very on point.
Wonderful. Mm-hmm. Some would argue. I give this movie an A.
Yeah.
What do you give it?
A P.
A P for what? Pittsburgh? It made me really sad. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I love...
Old Pittsburgh.
Yeah, old Pittsburgh. especially seeing the beauty of like the way the arena was. I have no good feeling of the PPG Paints arena, other than that giant stairwell that you have to go up. It takes forever.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I like Heinz Field and PNC better. No, Three Rivers was really awesome. All old things are better than new things.
Share something with you?
If it has to do with sudden death, yes.
No.
What?
These websites, you don't get them because you're not a boy, but those ones called
I'm not
Wish,
a boy.
You're not a girl.
Yes,
That's what I meant.
Wish.
Wish. They have like dresses on there for like $6 and stuff. Like, it's crazy. And this is that website where people always order it to see if it actually shows up and looks like the picture. And like some of the pictures are just random. Like, look at this one. Why would you want those pants? Look at your legs stick out the hole.
Maybe people like that.
Some photoshopping. Anyways, I just thought that was...
Would you like to hear some... We got a lot of comments on this. We figured out a new way of doing this. As we watch a movie,
Yeah.
we're going to put on Facebook that we're watching it, and hopefully people will reach out to us. And they did.
Andy Thole dead.
Here we go. My friend, I can never pronounce his name, Alakai Concepcion.
Who?
He's a G.I. Joe guy.
Oh.
Said, love this beepin' JCVD movie. Rob Brown said, this has the greatest fight scene between an official mascot, involving an official mascot possibly ever. Alakai responded, you beep yeah, and that woman got her ass whopped and killed by a dishwasher. Andy Stoll said, see if you spot the cardboard cutouts posing as fans in the stands. We did. Also, I'll ask you Andy's question in a bit. Rob Brown has the first question for us. What are your favorite Jean-Claude Van Damme movies? And have you seen Jean-Claude Van Johnson on Amazon? No, I've not. He said he feels like sudden death was the end of the JCVD golden age.
It was.
I'd say Universal Soldier is my favorite Van Damme movie.
Cyborg.
Alakai said Kickboxer, Cyborg, Hard Target. I love them all, but Bloodsport.
Street Fighter.
It's my favorite. Rob Brown said Universal Soldier 1, 3, and 4 are good. Hard Target is awesome. Time Cop's pretty rad. And he has a hard spot and his soft spot for Street Fighter.
My dad and brother liked Time Cop too.
Time Cop has that scene where he's naked getting cereal and he does the split.
Yeah, I watched that a lot.
Yeah. When I was in Japan wrestling, I always wondered, like, Van Damme would do those kicks and people would just stare at them. I fought a kickboxer in one of my last matches on my first tour. And they said, he does a really good spinning kick. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
I said, okay. So I did this whole sequence where I ducked, and when he came at me with that kick,
Yeah.
you know, people just stare at Van Damme when he jumps up and does that Phoenix kick.
Yeah.
That's what happened. I was like, wow. I'm like, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
hurt you.
Then he kicked me right in the face. I would say my favorite is Universal Soldier, and I quote it almost every day.
What do you say?
Because the scene where he's in the diner and all the people want to fight him, and he looks at the girl, and Van Damme has the saddest look on his face.
Yeah.
And he goes, I just want to eat, and I just want to go home. And that's every day. That's all I want to do. Like when I go to work, I say, I just want to eat, and I just want to go home. Also, another great line from that movie, Dolph Lundgren goes, are you talking to me? 'Cause I'm all ears. So, Andy Stoll says, Rebecca, what do you think of Luke Robitaille's mullet?
I love them all. They're all good mullets.
Did you see the other picture Andy shared of it?
What?
He shared a picture of what his mullet looked like.
No.
I'll show you, and you can properly comment on the mullet.
Did people call them mullets back then, though?
Yeah. Well, the Beastie Boys were the ones that really got that out there.
Because I don't remember them being called that. Oh, that is great.
Yeah.
Long one.
The long one. That's
Oh, that
that's
gives me an
Yager.
idea for my next hairdo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The Beastie Boys were the first people I ever heard call them mullets.
Yeah. See, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like when you went to the salon in the 80s, what did you say? I want a mullet?
You say, I want party up front. Business up front.
Party in the back.
Party in the back.
Maybe kind of has that going on.
What are your favorite memories of the old Civic Arena?
Don't have any.
I saw Mick Foley fall off the cage fighting The Undertaker there.
Has lots.
I saw Steve Williams wrestle there. I saw the Road Warriors against Ron Simmons and Italian Stallion.
Yeah.
I saw Dusty Rhodes against Ric Flair there.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of concerts there. I saw Suicidal Tendencies and Queensryche together.
Mm-hmm.
Probably my favorite concert I ever saw at the Civic Arena was The Cult with Metallica. Right when Injustice for All came out, and they did the set where Jim Hetfield got hurt on, where the stage would blow up during the set and the statue would fall down.
Yes.
I saw them on that tour, and The Cult was so loud I couldn't hear when they were done. It was on the Sonic Temple tour. Also, I saw a lot of hockey games there. I saw a lot of Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey and Shrine Circus there. I saw Ice Capades there. I saw Monster Trucks there.
Yeah.
I saw so many wrestling shows at the Civic Arena. David Lee Roth with Poison, I saw there. I saw Marilyn Manson there.
Yeah.
I saw Pantera there. A lot of great concerts. I really miss the Civic Arena. I really miss just walking around it, and it always felt sticky and dirty.
It looks sticky and dirty.
It was always sticky and dirty, like your feet
just
stuck.
Like a movie theater.
Your feet stuck everywhere, just like a movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
It was but it was ours.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it felt like it was. I liked it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot more. I don't have a good feeling for, like, when I went to the last time I went to the former Consol Energy Center.
Yeah.
Now, what's it called? The PBG Paints Arena.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like you're falling down when you walk into it. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, I'll feel like that.
This one really does. Andy said, another question. Is this the best Peter Hyams movie?
Yeah.
Some of his other movies are Capricorn 1. You know what that movie's about?
What?
That's the movie the Predators watched and learned that OJ was our greatest human being and came to Earth to fight OJ and accidentally killed his wife. Outland with Sean Connery, which is like a Western in space, and Jim Steranko did the production art for it. The Star Chamber, that's a great movie. Did you ever see that with Michael Douglas? 2010, The Year We Made Contact.
Yeah.
Running Scared. The Presidio. Don't you love The Presidio?
Mm.
Isn't that the one with, it's President's Daughter, never mind.
Yeah, no.
The Presidio has Sean Connery and Mark Harmon in it. Stay Tuned. Who's in that? Oh, yeah, Stay Tuned as John Ritter and Pam Dauber. Do you remember that movie?
Which one?
Stay Tuned.
Yeah.
The husband and wife are sucked into a hellish TV. Jeffrey Jones is in it, too. Time Cop, Sudden Death, The Relic, End of Days, The Musketeer. Relic is not a good movie at all. That's one of my least favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that Sudden Death is his best movie. Andy, thanks for asking. Becca?
Yeah.
Would you say that's your favorite Peter Hyams movie?
Yes.
All right, a couple more questions from Andy. This is good. Less material for us to worry about. Let's have other people ask us questions.
Yeah.
If only Facebook would load up where the questions are at. Could Powers Booth ever play a good guy in a film? No. He's Jim Jones. He can't play.
You can't do this to people. We came here to help, to work for God. You think you can pull this, and you're crazy.
Listen to the dirty little fairy.
Good thing
He wants my body, and I won't give it to him. That's why this woman came to me and told me of its evil lusts and stayed with me. Because I am the only truly worthy object of your love and your desires.
You are crazy, man. You're crazy. You're nuts!
There's my brother. Throw them in the box. Put them in the box.
He can't play a good guy. Andy asked, did you ever go to the Civic Arena, baby?
No.
Were the hot pretzels at the arena better than the ones at Hills?
I mean, maybe.
No. The answer is no. This film came out in the Christmas season of 1995. What was your favorite Christmas present that year? Well, I know the answer because we found a list.
But it wasn't that year.
Well, my wife wrote a list every year.
I did.
Even into her late teens, and gave it to her parents.
Help people out.
Of what she wanted when she was 12 years
I'm
old.
making you a list too.
No.
Didn't I make you one last year?
Yeah, but no.
You did good though.
yeah.
I wrote it down for you.
When she was 12, she asked for Victoria's Secret jeans, several sweaters, cashmere only,
certain
perfumes, Mariah Carey CDs.
Mm-hmm.
This is the most detailed list, and it was all typed up on the computer. And then at the bottom it said, XOXO, I love you, thank you.
Thank you for my gifts.
Thank you for my gifts. She knew exactly what she wanted. You know what I would always say? I don't
What?
want anything. I just want to give gifts.
Yeah.
My favorite Christmas toy was the era of Toy Biz putting out the Marvel figures, and they made X-Force figures, and Spider-Man the Animated Series figures.
Okay.
What guitarist did the theme song for Spider-Man the Animated Series?
I don't know.
Joe Perry from Aerosmith. Crazy, right? And Dan Ayer asked, was this game even covered on Sports Center, or was there NFL preseason games on? That's because when we worked with Chris,
Yeah.
he's the biggest hockey fanatic you ever met.
Yeah.
During the Stanley Cup, he's like, they're not even showing the Stanley Cup stats on Sports Center. No, there were all these NFL preseason games and then soccer, and we were at Nate Dean's and we were just laughing, and it was like, dude. So how about this? This should let people know when we're recording this. The Cubs are winning 6-1, the whole game. Cleveland just tied it up. It's 6-6 in the ninth now.
Oh.
You know why?
Why?
Baseball's fake.
Yep.
All pro sports are fake.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they are. Mike Lang is amazing in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
He says so many amazing things in it. This whole movie might be one of the best movies ever. Because Van Damme, what's funny is the people in this movie, like the bad guys, I know they're going to kill Van Damme, but in most movies, like guys just knock people out or do things.
He goes all out.
Van Damme sets people on fire. And then after he sets them on fire, he beats the shit out of them again. That one dude is in the training center, and he just gets his hand, and he just puts it on the thing and goes, chink, and puts the thing right through his hand.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is perhaps the greatest of all Van Damme movies, as I said. What would you give this movie, baby?
I gave it a P for Pittsburgh.
Oh, P for Pittsburgh. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I think I'd like there to be another one. Do you think that the stranger your career choice, the better action hero you are?
Yes.
Like if you're, say, a cook on a train?
Yeah.
Or a cook on an ocean cruise?
Yeah.
Or a cop in the wrong city that has
to... in the wrong city?
You're not home.
Oh.
You're going to your wife's working for a Japanese corporation. You haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah.
And you just go to the Christmas party and you don't even want to be there.
Yeah, and then shit goes down.
Shit goes down.
Mm-hmm.
What if Powers Booth and Ron Silver had been bad guy twins in a movie? Do you think Ron Silver is the best bad guy ever?
There's just a group of them that...
Do you think... Who is your favorite bad guy in an action movie? Can you give me your top picks? Who are your favorite bad guys in any action movie?
Probably. What's his name?
Hans Gruber?
Yes.
Is he number one?
Yes.
Scaramanga is my favorite.
What's that?
Christopher Lee and the Man with the Golden Gun.
Mm.
He had a special gun made. It was a cigarette case with a pen, and he put it together to make a gun, and it had a special bullet with his name on it.
Yeah.
The reason he did that was he would sign all his kills. He was tired of being the world's greatest killer, and he knew there was only one person that might be as good as him, James Bond.
Mm-hmm.
So he lured James Bond to his island.
Yeah.
And he had Hervé Villachez played his assistant.
Yeah?
Yeah, and then they had this whole big death trap set for James Bond, but James Bond beat him. Also, he had 3 nipples.
3 nipples?
It's in the book, and I don't think it's in the movie. The James Bond books are really racist.
Yeah?
And ridiculous. They're very of their time.
Why were they racist?
Just like about whenever he goes to countries where they're natives, it's like really, it's almost like H.P. Lovecrafty down on them.
Mm.
Do you know why James Bond got so famous?
Why?
Because they were John Kennedy's favorite books.
Yeah.
There was a whole big craze back then for spy movies, like Matt Helm with Dean Martin.
Yeah.
And like Flint with James Coburn, which is someday I'll make you watch. When I tell you right now.
Yes.
When you watch In Like Flint,
I like it.
or even better, when you watch Danger Diabolic, because Mario Bava directed it.
Yeah.
You'll watch it, and you'll just be like, how did this amazing world live?
Yeah.
How did these fashions... There's a scene where they're wearing these high fashion stuff, and they're in a big circular bed, and they make love on a bed full of money. Everything the Austin Powers movies did silly, these movies did this way. I also realized I own so many cheesy 60s spy movies. I have Dr. Goldfoot, in the Gold Bombs.
Yeah.
How much of that movie got ripped off for Austin Powers?
Pretty much all of it.
Fembots. The Fembots are 100% from that.
Mm-hmm.
And again, Mario Bava. He was like the king of... he's the king of horror.
Yeah.
Also, the king of spy movies. And he made Hercules, 2 different Hercules movies. His Hercules movies are crazy. The lighting in them, magnificent. I'm going to give you a list of movies I'd like to watch on the podcast.
Yeah.
The Hercules movie with Lou Ferrigno, where he throws a bear into the sun. I would like to watch Dread. I would like to watch The Car. I would like to watch Suicide Cult.
So basically all the ones you keep
These are the movies I'd like to see.
telling me.
And like Flint,
Yeah.
I would like to watch Danger Diabolic.
Yeah.
I would like to watch Howling 2, Your Sister's a Werewolf. I would like to watch Thriller, They Call Me One Eye, Call Her One Eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are the movies I'd like to watch. I'd like to watch Sudden Death again and review it again. I think if we ever did a live podcast in Pittsburgh, this would be the movie I would show.
That's your striking distance.
You know what?
What?
This is an idea. When it warms up, we should have a live recording. Invite people that we like.
Yes.
And do it on the porch. And we have Pittsburgh movie night.
Yeah.
And we show Striking Distance.
Yeah.
And what would be the second one? Not Dogma or Zack and Mary, because fuck Kevin Smith.
No, I don't like that.
I loved your dad's reaction to Tusk. When that trailer came on during The Witch, he's like, what?
What the fuck?
No. What the fuck? No. RoboCop? Flashdance? Not Stigmata, because that wasn't filmed in Pittsburgh.
In my heart it was.
No, it was filmed in Vancouver.
But I like to think that Pittsburgh was
It's
set in
set in Pittsburgh. Yeah,
no, we have no building.
When they go to that goth club, you're like, this is the most amazing club. Is this Metropole? No, it's not Metropole. That's how it was the other night.
No, but it's even worse today.
No, baby, that's exactly the same as it was. Exactly 100% the same.
No, that whole bigger.
No, it's not. That's 100% the same way that it was.
See how it's splitting though?
Yeah, you just got to get the paint and do it. We're talking about home improvement. I'm getting tired. Shit, cancer. Cancer. Hey everybody, Sam here. After we finished recording this episode, Andrew, Becca's brother, said, I'd like to talk about sudden death. Why don't you guys call me for your podcast? What follows is our discussion.
I mean, sure. I don't really. There's bits that I don't remember.
Well, tell me what you do remember, because you're not from Pittsburgh. First off, this is special addition to the podcast. This is Becca's brother, Andrew. I didn't know if I was allowed to refer to you, or if you wanted to use your street name.
Yeah, street name's fine.
Vampire Boots.
Actually, it's Andronicus. I am a Khajiit.
Andronicus Vampire Boots.
It's a cat wizard.
Remember what were you in? Because my memories were from that museum yesterday in Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
Remember all those pictures we took in that fairy tale section, Andrew?
Yeah.
Where you could put your face on a tarot card or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You were like the Wishmaster. I forget.
He was the Wishmeister.
Yeah.
The Wishmeister.
So, we watched Sudden Impact last night. Where
Sudden Death.
Sudden Death.
Jesus Christ, did you watch it? No.
I watched
Sudden Impact. Wasn't Morgan Freeman in that?
That's Deep Impact. That's a movie where Morgan Freeman gets anally raped.
He's the president.
He's the president.
Presidents can still get raped.
He was president before Obama.
Exactly. He's my black president.
Yeah.
I would vote for Morgan Freeman over any candidate right now.
Or previous.
Previous. Other than Nixon. So.
One thing that Sudden Death definitely does not portray is Jean-Claude Van Damme as a Yinzer.
No. Though I like that his wife lives in the Southside Slopes, his ex-wife.
Because we were watching it last night, and they have their back turned to the city, so they're up on the hill, and I can see exact houses. I know where they are.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the guy who runs the Civic Arena in it is the one Yinzer in the whole movie. Because the guy goes, well, we're bringing the vice president. And he's like, oh, god damn, you got to bring the vice president down here and ruin everything for the Pens.
It's true. That's probably the only Yinzer in the whole thing.
The shitty thing
what's the Penguin's name? Like, what's the
Iceberg.
The mascot?
Iceberg.
Iceberg.
Yeah.
Iceberg ices somebody in that movie. Do you remember that?
In front of a little girl.
Yeah, with a suppressed pistol.
Yeah.
Like, actually, it's a she, and she was ready to kill. It was crazy.
He ran her through a dishwasher.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was the crazy death scene. She came out all steamed and shit. She looked like dim sum.
Yeah, if it had been a Schwarzenegger movie, he would have been like, he would have had some wacky dishwasher line to say.
Yeah, he would have been like, Dawn is good for your hands, too.
He'd be like, remember when I said I'd wash you last? I lied.
I washed you first.
I washed you first. I'm not the dishwasher of Bakersfield. That's a Running Man reference.
Was that the first death in the film? Or no, because she shot somebody first.
Well, they do that scene where they come down to the river and like they act like the car is broken and they just shoot that guy. Like those terrorists kill like a whole bunch.
They kill that old lady. They kill the chef.
Yeah, they killed the old lady.
Remember, where'd you read it? Their death toll was 36.
Yeah, 36 people die in this movie.
That's a pretty reasonable amount.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's other Van Damme movies with less, way less.
Yeah, Cyborg has more probably.
See, that was actually on my list of maybe less.
Oh.
Just because it's like a small crew that he's fighting.
Universal Soldier has more, I think, because there's whole scenes of like them just mowing people down.
Yeah, and the Expendables when he played the bad guy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Pretty sure a lot of people died in that movie.
I read it whenever he was in. Stallone wanted him to be in. What's the movie he's in with Wesley Snipes? Demolition Man. He was supposed to play Simon Phoenix in Demolition Man. And Van Damme wouldn't do it because he didn't want to be the bad guy. He never wanted to be a bad guy in a movie. But it's in his contract that the only person allowed to kill him in a movie is Sylvester Stallone.
That's awesome.
Because he looks up to Sly.
That's actually Demolition Man was another great movie. I know I'm getting off topic.
No, it's okay.
We'll watch that one soon.
We'll watch it, and then we'll all wipe with the 3 shells.
Yeah, the 3 seashells.
And the other thing...
We'll have a party at the Hall of Violence.
You know, there's Uber cars that drive by themselves all in my neighborhood. It's crazy.
It's like that.
And...
Yeah, but there's no Taco Bell in Lawrenceville.
No fancy Taco Bell.
Well, that would be cool if there was, like, nothing but Taco Bell, because I love Taco Bell.
On a side note, that's what I ate lunch today.
Yeah.
Their chicken taquito things are back, and you can either get 2 or 4, and then you get to pick 2 dipping sauces. It's marvelous.
Oh.
There's a new pizza place that opened in Lawrenceville this week. V3.
Oh, yeah, they're giving away free pizzas today, I saw it.
Yeah, it's called V3. It's like mod pizza.
There's another one, a couple I've seen, things like that.
Right up the street.
It's called Vinny Vinci Pizza. I came, I ate pizza.
The thing, though, the reason I brought up the Uber car is how come we don't have the foam, safety foam stuff,
like
in Demolition Man?
Because then...
I feel like everybody would survive any accident you put them through.
Because then insurance companies wouldn't be able to make all the money that they make. Thanks, Obama.
Well, fuck them. Am I allowed to swear? Am I on a
Yeah,
podcast?
sure, go ahead. You will be. What does they say in Demolition Man when you swear?
You will be fined 1 credit for the verbal morality clause.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
John
Verbal
Spartan.
morality clause.
Andrew Vampire Boots, you have been fined 1 credit.
I have been fined 5 credits in the.
John Spartan, you are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality statute.
Sorry, I forgot what it's called. What is it called, Zach?
Morality clause.
Verbal morality clause.
So, all these people take over Civic Arena. Were you ever at Civic Arena? Did you ever go there? Oh, it's awesome. The other thing that's amazing is
never got to.
There's a ton of 90s hockey players in it. Luke Robitaille's in it.
That's awesome.
And he has a long conversation with Van Damme about being a hockey player.
In French, right?
In French, yeah. And he goes, "You're going to win the game?" And he goes, "We're going to fuck them up," but in French.
And it's in subtitles.
But like right in front of his kids. He's like, "I'm fucking Luke Robitaille. Who gives a shit?"
You recognize him?
Yeah, look, Robitaille. He waved at me. See that, Dad? Luke Robitaille waved at me.
Come on, I'll introduce you. He won't bite. Luke, this is Tyler McCord and his father, Darren.
Thanks, Ça va? Bonjour. Ce soir, quelles sont vos chances? On va les enculer. Ah.
Dad, what did he say?
Thinks they're gonna win.
And there's
Does this kid know French?
No,
I don't think the kid knows French.
But they play the Blackhawks, and none of the Blackhawks were actually in the movie. It was the Pens, a minor league team, playing them, and then they hired an actor to play Chris Chelios.
I didn't even know that. I'm learning all kinds of new things about this movie. I need to watch it again.
The other amazing thing, if you go back and watch it, I never realized when I saw it when I was a kid, is they didn't have money because it's the season that there was the lockout between 94 and 95. So they didn't have enough money to get a crowd.
So still, I also think that's the reason they made it, because they could get the place for cheap.
Yeah, well, the owner of the Pens produced the movie. His wife wrote it, and then they couldn't get enough. They couldn't get enough people, so there's all these cardboard stand-ups in the crowd. So the scene where Van Damme's blocking the shot, spoiler warning, like when he gets put in goal, if you look at the crowd cheering, 90% of the crowd are the same people just standing there with their arms up. You can see them repeat. It looks like in a video game, like when they make a crowd, like how they just do those little motions like they're moving. That's what it looks like.
Oh my gosh, I need to watch it again. See, I didn't even know that.
There's also a very, you know that one Capcom game where you fight vampires and you make zombies and you make weapons? Dead
Rising.
Yeah, there's a Dead Rising moment in it because his son, he takes the Super Soaker off his son, and he's fighting this black guy under the Civic Arena, and he fills the Super Soaker with gasoline and shoots the guy. And in a normal world, nothing would happen. Probably the lighter would go out. But in Van Damme world, it turns into like a napalm torch. Like, you know when you combine two innocuous things in Dead Rising and suddenly you can just destroy everything?
Yeah.
That's
Van Damme did that.
Yeah, Van Damme did it.
And then the zombie guy came.
Then the guy comes back and he only has one eye and he's screaming at him.
How did he only have one eye? What happened to him?
He got flamethrowered in the eye and it burned his eye up. Like the bad guys in this movie, like just indiscriminately kill so many people.
Jesus.
Becca said you watched this a lot when you were a kid, but maybe you lost those memories.
Yeah, it's been a while. I'm not gonna lie.
It's been a while.
I think the last time I saw it was on Cinemax.
Skinamax.
Yeah, and I think that was when my parents paid for it. So
When was
that was a while ago.
What's your favorite Jean-Claude Van Damme movie?
Probably Time Cop. But I haven't seen that in ages either. So
Same director as this movie.
Yeah, I'm not doing very well with my Van Damme memories right now.
What about Street Fighter?
Unfortunately. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's been probably 20 years since I watched it.
Is it exciting to you that Gomez Adams plays M. Bison in it?
Oh, yeah. What's his name? Raul Julia.
It was his last movie. He died while making it.
That's right. I forget why he died, but...
Heart attack.
Yeah.
Damn.
I was upset that Blanca wasn't really in it.
Yeah, wasn't it like... Wait, was he in it, or was someone...
He's like in it for a second. Do you remember the really shitty digital one that they made where they digitized Van Damme? And it was like Pit Fighter?
Oh, yeah.
Street Fighter, the movie, the game?
Yeah, it was like the game, the movie.
I like when Street Fighter had so many titles where it would be Alpha Street Fighter 2E Hyper Edition.
Yes. Hold on 1 second, Sam.
Is that Sarah?
Yeah.
Has she ever seen this movie?
I don't think she saw that movie. Maybe. Hold on. Put it on speakerphone. I have to turn down Skyrim. It is loud. What movie was it?
Sudden Death.
Oh, Sudden Death with Jean-Claude Van Damme, where it's in the Civic Arena. And, yeah, she has seen it.
He goes, yes.
Her dad is a big Jean-Claude Van Damme fan.
Anything with fighting, Jackie Chan, Jean-Claude Van Damme,
And Jackie Chan. Steven Seagal?
Steven Seagal.
Hell yeah. Love Steven Seagal.
Do you know Steven Seagal became a Russian citizen today?
Today?
Yeah.
Andrew goes, today?
In Russia.
Don't rock Andrew's world. He can't handle it.
No. See, I think it's. What do you think's of any better movies made in Pittsburgh other than Sudden Death?
Striking Distance?
Yeah, other than Striking Distance.
Other than Striking Distance?
Those two are the only that really portray Pittsburgh as Pittsburgh, though. When you think about it.
You mean Stigmata doesn't properly portray what it's like to live in Pittsburgh?
I don't know any other movies made in Pittsburgh.
Dogma.
Wait, that was filmed in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Zack and Mary Make a Porno was made in Monroeville. Flashdance.
Yeah.
RoboCop.
RoboCop wasn't made in Detroit?
No, it was made in the U.S.
It's like I said, it's Detroit dressed up as Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they filmed it at the U.S. Steel plant down by Station Square.
That's freaking amazing.
The last Batman movie, where they blow up the Gotham City Knights or wherever they were, get blown up. They blow up Heinz Field.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Adventureland. Mysteries.
that was Kennywood.
Mysteries of Pittsburgh. Night of the Living Dead.
What's that one with Jake Gyllenhaal and...
You know all these ones that I don't.
Dawn of the Dead's in Monroeville. Day of the Dead's in Elwood City. Wampum, Elwood City.
Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead, yeah, the original and the remake. If you watch, my mom watched Night of the Living Dead for the first time, and she was like, they mentioned every city around their house. They're like, they're in Zillionople, they're in Koppel, they're in Evans City.
Wait, so they filmed movies where you grew up?
What?
Where you grew up.
Yeah, Day of the Dead's filmed in Wampum, which is right next to Elwood. It's like a big mine where they keep all the movies. And that's where Day of the Dead was filmed. Dawn of the Dead's in Monroeville Mall. And then the original Night of the Living Dead, the graveyard, Evans City, which is about 20 minutes from my parents' house. And the farmhouse is about 10 minutes from their house. It's up where the old drive-in used to be.
That's amazing.
Well, I was in 7th grade when they filmed Day of the Dead, and all the seniors used to skip school and go up, and they'd make up your arms. So there was a scene where all the arms are coming out of the wall, and they would come back to class with their arms all made up like zombies.
Oh, yeah.
But I was too young.
You were turning kids in for smoking.
Creep Show's here, too. Like, almost any of the George Romero movies were shot here.
That's crazy.
Except for, I can't remember the one where there's all these knights on motorcycles. It's really weird.
Knights on motorcycles?
Yeah, Night Riders.
Oh. I gotcha.
Yeah. When we went, because Tom Savini's here too, so any of the Romero movies are all
Lives
shot
over
here.
by them.
Yeah, I know. Do you guys see Tom Savini out and about?
We don't ever really see him out and about, but Sarah showed me where he lives.
Sex Machine.
Pretty awesome.
Noah always sees him jogging and yells, "Sex Machine!"
Are you serious?
Yeah, Noah's like, "Sex Machine, come here!" And he came over and he high-fived Noah, and Noah's like, "See ya, Sex Machine!"
That's ridiculous.
And he's like, "Yeah, what's up, guys?" And he was like all happy to see us. It was weird.
That's awesome.
Alrighty, well, thank you for joining us to talk about sudden death.
I know. I feel like I need to be prepared for the next one. That called me too soon. I didn't have enough research done.
I think, what movie would you like to talk about?
Geez, I don't know. There's a lot of good ones.
I have to ask you a question about your sister.
Yeah.
Did she really watch Halloween that many times growing up?
Yes.
How many times would you estimate your sister has seen Halloween 2?
It's definitely like probably close to the thousands.
Uh-huh.
She watches that like at Christmas time. It's crazy.
I'll name a few other movies that she likes. She likes Once Upon a Crime.
He didn't know that one.
Milk Money.
Don't remember that one.
What other favorites that Andrew would have watched with you? What?
We watched like Last Starfighter.
Last Starfighter.
Yeah.
All the
Big
Jaws. Big Trouble. Every other day.
That movie's amazing. I would do a podcast with Big Trouble in Little China in a heartbeat. So Daddy did that?
No, we didn't do it yet.
Oh, you did?
No.
We should do a podcast with that one.
Okay.
So, coming up soon. I don't know when it's good for you.
Maybe we'll pick out some movies for you guys to watch.
Okay.
I'm trying to think
That sounds good.
I'm trying to think what would be a good one to introduce you guys to.
I don't know.
Like just to have them watch it?
Just watch it with us, yeah, and then we would talk about it.
Well, we have to do Big Trouble with them.
We'll do Big Trouble with them. And Xanadu.
No, they'll be upset. You should show Andrew Phantom of the Paradise.
Maybe I'll show him Phantom of the Paradise.
Mm-hmm. No, he wouldn't like it. It's too girly.
It's not girly.
It is girly. It's musical.
It's great.
Devin would like it. Andrew would
Devin
not.
would love it. You guys missed the other night. Devin was in the car with us, and he was wearing a Jason mask.
He was wearing a Jason mask?
He was drunk, and it was in the back of the car because we went to another party before we picked him up.
And I texted him because the second party we were going to, it was over right by his house. So I said, he met us up there last year. It was the same Halloween party. And I said, we're going to that party again. Do you want to go with us? We'll pick you up. And he said, yeah. Well, I didn't know when we picked him up he was wasted. And I said, well, where's Pat? And he goes, he's too drunk. He's not allowed to come. What was he saying, though, with the mask
he
on?
got in the back of the car, and he had continued drinking at the party. And I turned around in the back seat, and the mask closed in the dark. And I could just see a glowing face on Devin's head, and he goes, I used to live at a camp for kids. And he goes, and then my mother, the fucking bitch, killed everybody. I don't have any friends anymore. I just have my mom's head.
That's fucking funny. Oh my god, I love him.
He goes, I have to get home because I have church at 10 in the morning tomorrow.
Wait, what do you have to do in the morning?
He goes to church on Sunday mornings.
Oh,
He's Catholic now.
He's becoming a Catholic.
I was telling the guys in the band about it, and they were like, wait, I thought the church didn't let gay people in. And I asked him, he goes, honey, they let anybody in now. It's fine.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so he wants us, we're going to go the 20th. He has his, like, confirmation kind of mass, acceptance into the church mass.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's super into it.
That's awesome.
He's going to hand out communion and everything.
Damn. Well, good for him.
All right, Andrew, thank you.
Worries. I will definitely do the one for Big Trouble in Little China. You just tell me when.
Thanks, Sarah,
Sarah
too.
loves that movie, too, so if she's here, we'll do it together. Love you guys. Talk to you later.
All right, see you.
Bye.
Bye. Well, thanks for listening. I love this movie, in case it didn't come across. My wife is tired. Get out attacking me while I'm trying to finish the pod. I attacked her earlier.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Tell him what else you did.
Oh, my wife is outside smoking, so I wanted to surprise her. So I just took my pants off and walked outside.
And I said, oh, baby.
He said, oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
Parents listen to this.
They can know about this. I think they'll be happy to know that we have a silly little life together. I didn't say that I did anything to you. I just said I took my pants off. I think we've been married almost 2 years. Your dad's like, wonder if Becca's seen Sam Schlong yet. Probably not, because it's been under 2 years. I think maybe 3 years. Maybe 3 years she'll see him fully naked.
Mm-hmm.
Does he still sleep with his prayer garments on? Because he is a Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Mm-hmm. I wear my special magic underwear into the prayer chamber.
Yeah, it's in our bedroom.
The prayer chamber is in the bedroom. Mm-hmm. I keep my woolly slacks on so that my wife may not see my member.
It's members only.
Members only.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing, by the way. Can I tell you, this is my last thing, and then I'll finish the podcast. Remember when I was talking about when I was a kid and I would read romance novels?
Yes.
I never knew what they were talking about when they talked about the different...
Their member?
Where, like, his member was engorged, and I'm like, who? His blazing rod of manhood. And
Rod?
I'm like, what are they talking
It
about?
doesn't really look like a rod, though.
No.
It's more of like,
His staff
a
was...
breadstick from Little Caesars.
Oh, thanks. What's your husband's penis look like? A Little Caesar's breadstick.
Yeah.
Oh. Stuffed crust or crazy bread? Do I look
Depends on the day.
I look like crazy bread, do you?
Yeah.
I come with dipping sauce.
Yeah.
Do you like me with marinara or do you like me with just oil? Just a little dip?
I prefer ranch.
Or do you put a dipping bowl? Does the waitress come out and just put a little, like, I'd like more bread, please. This bread
sweet
is
and sour sauce.
This bread isn't big enough. Do they serve soup inside my bread bowl?
Only if you're lucky.
Well, I'm gonna go put on my special
Your bread bowl.
my special peanut brittle underwear so that my wife can't see me naked.
I can see it.
You know what? In less than a month, no, over a month, December 10th, you can finally see me naked.
Yeah.
What a lovely, lovely marriage we have.
2 years, baby.
2 years. It feels like
Forever.
All right. Well, thank you. And as Becca always says,
We'll see you at the movies.